Now, let's start with President Bola Tinubu's visit to Yola to inaugurate some key completed projects in the state. A statement signed by the Special Advisor to the President of Information on Information and Strategy, Bayo Onanuga, says during the visit, the President will inaugurate completed projects, meet with top government officials and traditional rulers. Billed for inauguration in the capital, Yola and Jumeta, is 8-lane Galadima Aminu Road linking Gimba and the capital. And the model school comprising pre-primary, primary and junior secondary classes will also be inaugurated by the President. And other projects to be inaugurated is the new multipurpose hall, the remodeled High Court, the newly built officers complex, and the renovated government house. The President will return to Abuja after the inauguration with the interaction with the state's indigents. Now, President Bola Tinubu has asked Vice President Kashim Shettima to lead a high-powered federal government delegation to Kano to express sympathy and support for victims of the Single Market fire disaster. The delegation, in a release by the Special Advisor to the President on Information, Bayo Onanuga, is scheduled to depart Abuja today and will convey President Tinubu's condolences to the traders who lost billions of naira in the weekend fire that engulfed the market, marking the second incident in just 2 weeks. The delegation will also pledge, on behalf of the government, financial assistance to aid the victims and support Kano State in facilitating the quick reopening of the market. And members of the delegation include the Speaker of the House of Representatives, Tajuddin Abbas, Deputy President of the Senate, Senator Barrow Jibrin, and Senator Kawu Ismaila, and Representative Abubakar Kabir Bichi, Chairman of the House of Representatives Appropriation Committee, and the Minister of Humanitarian Affairs, Dr. Bernard Doro, and Zubaidu Umar, the Director General of the National Emergency Management Agency, are also part of the team. President Tinubu, who earlier spoke by phone with the Governor, Abba Kabir Yusuf, expressed his condolences to the traders and people of Kano State over the devastating fire outbreak. And the fire, which started on Saturday evening and continued into Sunday morning, caused extensive damage to Nigeria's largest food market. The President was particularly alarmed that the latest incident occurred less than 2 weeks after a previous fire destroyed dozens of shops and property at the same market, as he directed a comprehensive investigation into the causes of the recurrent market fire, which continued to leave traders in despair. Meanwhile, Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf has expressed satisfaction with the swift response of firefighters to the recent inferno at Kano's largest commodity market. This was during an on-the-spot assessment visit to the scene of the incident, where he commended emergency responders for their prompt action in containing the blaze. Post-institutional reforms in the African Union with a focus on peace and security, governance, strengthening democratic institutions, and ensuring stronger cooperation with international financial institutions and the private sector. Vice President Kashim Shettima made the nation's position known at the closed session of the 39th Ordinary Session of the Assembly of Heads of States and Government in Addis Ababa, Ethiopia. He said the country also aligned with proposed restructurings aimed at boosting domestic and regional resource mobilization for affordable development financing. And Vice President Shettima's submissions followed the presentation of the report on the thematic agenda items of the African Union, comprising peace, security, integration, and sustainable development, and Africa's voice, among other areas.
For cooperation between the African Union and its Regional Economic Commission and regional mechanism in the Champions Report. It is our view that this is necessary to ensure predictability and effectiveness in our peace and security governance.
The Nigerian Supreme Council for Islamic Affairs has urged the Muslim Ummah to look out for the crescent of holy month of Ramadan immediately after sunset on Tuesday, 17th February, which is equivalent to 29 Shaban, 1447 after Hijrah. A statement by Professor Ishaq Oloyede, Secretary General of the Council, says details of the traditional rulers, religious leaders and members of the NMSC who should be contacted on the credible sighting of the crescent of Ramadan are available at www.nscra.com.ng/nmsc/. The statement urged authorities and the media to be fair in their dealings with all citizens, irrespective of faith, adding that it is watching very closely and expecting an immediate review from INEC on the dates for the conduct of 2027 general elections, having received many complaints from Muslim faithful. And the council says it is using this Ramadan to encourage Muslims to remain resolute in their belief in Allah. It says with sincerity of purpose, calmness, commitment to virtues and power of prayers, Allah will improve on any situation and grant Muslims succor. Those are the news highlights. Good morning, Nigeria continues with Victor and Ade.